What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the live show. Oh man, another day, another week, another Wednesday in the books. Hopefully everyone is having an amazing day. We have so much news to go over. These ETFs, they're getting real. And we only have 4 ETFs live. It's about to get wild out there. My apologies for being late. What up, Smoltzy? We're going to jump into this because we got a lot to go over. We're going to talk about these ETFs. We're going to talk about the supply shock factor, which is coming. We're going to do some basic math upon where this puts up. We're going to talk about what Brad Garlinghouse said today as well. Let's fire up the camera. What is up? I think we're in a little no shave until XRP moons. Who's joining me on this journey? What's up, everyone over in Instagram? I see you as well. Make sure if you're on Instagram, hit that little like button. And hey, YouTube, do me a favor. You already know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. The more people that press that thumbs up button, the more YouTube's going to push this out. Let's do a quick little roll call. Let's go over the news. Let's take questions. Let's look at the ETFs. Let's look at the volume. Let's do it all, folks, within the next hour. This is going to be action-packed. I'm excited for it. I know you are as well. Jesse, Rip, let's pump it to 250. Lock in, man. I'm ready. We'll go over some little support and resistance. Let's see what the charts are looking at. Where's the resistance at? When are we going to see another pump to the upside? Where's Bitcoin about to go? Because remember, this market still relies on Bitcoin. Frankie, my boy, what's up, homie? Yo, Jack, what's up, man? I agree. 2026 and beyond will be crazy. Keep holding. Otherwise, you will regret it or not going to get another chance. Damn right, Jack. You're not going to get another chance. This is our chance. We beat the institutions in. They are all announcing and throwing their hats into the ring, right? BlackRock, Van Eck, Bank of America, they jumped in. JP Morgan, they're all involved. I mean, this is it. Right? This is a very sure thing. Crypto is not going away. Maybe some of your assets that you are holding, maybe they're going to go away. We'll go over how do you break this down? How do we really decipher what's a good pick, right? And what isn't? Yo, my man, hopefully I say this right. Neko, what's up, homie? Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that, man. Lock in. Damn right, you got to lock in. Ben, Rip the man, the legend. That's right. What's up, Ben? All right, let's do this roll call. There's a lot of you showing up tonight. You love to see it. YouTube keeps getting over 3 and coming back down. I don't even know what we got going on Twitter. Another couple of hundred. Love to see it. Love to see it. Rick, what's up, my boy? Yo, Brett, what's going on? Galaxy, ICU, Jeffrey, Lisa May, what is going on? Cypher, J Fremex, hopefully I said that right. Probably didn't. Michael, what's up? Smoltzy, I see you as well. Crypto Prince. Oh, who else we got? Adam, I see you. Noah, what is going on? Lost Up North, Crypto Prince, Cypher, Bud Fox. What is going on, everyone? Hamza. I think I got the first part of that right. Good to see you here, dear brother. What's up, my friend? Hopefully I didn't destroy your name. Ryan, Canada in the house. You gotta be freezing up there in Canada, bro. Holy. Rusty, what are your thoughts on H-bar? Rusty, love H-bar. Big holder of H-bar. Been holding H-bar for the past, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, 4 years, somewhere within that range. H-bar is going to be a monster. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. H-bar is going to be an animal. Texas in the house. What's up, Fresh? I see you. Frankie says, I saw today that the SEC is opening the lane for the spots by come after the leverage. For the spots to come after the leverage. Yeah, like these spot ETFs are going to start flying. We just saw Chainlink. Who caught Chainlinks? Drop it in the chat. Whoever got Chainlink, whoever holds Chainlink, because that ETF went live and it did some pretty impressive numbers. Only on Grayscale. Grayscale's not that big. We'll look at the ETF volume for XRP, but Chainlink did numbers, folks. It did numbers. Massachusetts. Yo, Sean, where in Mass you at, man? Who is? Yo, I saw your DM, man. I didn't open it yet, so I know it's still there. I'll get back to you. I've been super busy. But I got your DM in my inbox. When you going on a trip, man? I don't know. I need a trip. I've been busting my booty over here. Is another dip coming? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yo, JC, I saw you little, I think it was Instagram or TikTok. I want to say Instagram. I saw your post today with the like the house and the roof. I just saw that a little day ago. Crypto Prince, Chainlink, nowhere, Chainlink, love it, love it. Yo, Chainlink's going to be an animal. Chainlink's going to be around for a very long time. It is going high. It's going super high. I love Link. Link's my third largest holding. It used to be number 2, but who knows? Everyone who's been here, who knows what my second largest holding is now? XRP's 1, Chainlink's number 3. What's my second largest holding? We've talked about it. Chrissy, you share a screen on charts. It's always blurry. Anyway, you could be able to fix that. Is the charts, Chris, you talking about TradingView? Is it blurry? Yo, Finland, what's up, man? How are you? ETF tracker yet? Yeah. It's back. It's back. I haven't released the page. I had to move it to a subdomain. Long story. I've been working on the crypto website. Shit crashed. And then I tried to fix it. I tried to move the ETF tracker to a subdomain, but I deleted everything on the real domain. I didn't have a backup. I had to go into the SQL database. It's been a crazy 3 days. I'm almost there. News website is fully functional. Tracker website is 99%. It's functional. I just want to add in one thing, but it's good. I'll drop the link. Or I mean, you can actually go to the link. It's etf.xrprightnow.com. You can see it. We're going to go over it as well. Ondo, Husky Tom. Yo, Tom, that's right. Frankie, that's right. Ondo is number 2. Ondo is my second largest holding. Ondo's a freaking savage. It's sleeping. And you know what? It's one of those moments where you have an asset that's sleeping and no one wants to pay attention to it. And then when it rips from here and it goes $3, $4, $5, you can be like, damn, I should have bought this thing when it was 50 cents. That's how confident I am in Ondo, man. It's going to be wild. It's going to be freaking wild. We need to get past 222, 225. I got the chart. We'll cover this chart. We'll get a little support or resistance. I got dual computers up too, so we're smooth. Papa Bear, oops, I'm late for class again. What's up, Papa? Lewis, FXRP. No FXRP yet. None. I actually just did a video on that. Yo, Casper, Frankie, yeah. Yo, I mean, if we want to talk tokens, it probably is Casper. I think Casper's the one I'm down the most on. That bastard, that giant. Y'all sleeping on Quant. Yeah, everyone. Quant's another monster. Quant's going to be huge as well. Rusty, RVW, when you are ready, can you talk through JPY rates increasing and the effect timeline? Yeah, Rusty, we'll hop into that a little bit later. Let's do charts, let's do ETFs, and let's talk about all that. You got Prince, you got Ondo and ADA. Love both of them. I'm stacking. I got bags of both. I've had Cardano for a while now. ADA is going to be good. ADA, I like 6 to 8 on ADA. Nothing's changed. 4 to 6, I think it actually was. I think 4 to 6 was my ADA predictions. I really like. All right, so let's talk about this. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, everyone that's coming in over on YouTube. Michael, Ondo, that's right, man. I got to get over to my TikTok or my Insta. That XRP is still sitting on $3, almost 1 billion in ETF sales. Yeah, bad Chevy though. That's beautiful. You want to know why that's beautiful? Because all that over-the-counter XRP is just getting vacuumed out. That's what we want to see, because it's all going to get vacuumed out, and then they're going to have to hit the public order books, and this thing's going to moonshot. It is going to rip. DK, XRP, baby, that's right. Is that Netherlands, my friend? Looks like Netherlands. How do you access the tracker again? Let me drop the link for you. I can't do it on that. You know, you have 2 computers, and you get you confuse yourself with which mouse you should be using. All right, here, I'll drop the link. Here's my ETF tracker. I'm going to pin it to the top of the message. So look, it's 99% done. The only thing that is not done on the ETF tracker that I need to change, that isn't updating, I got 2 out of 4 done. It's crazy what I have to do. I got to go to the websites of these ETFs. I need to pull this data down into JSON files. Then I need to make a script to read the JSON to update those. So your only information on your ETF tracker that is not going to be updated is the asset under management. I'm going to change that from asset under management to the actual amount of XRP that is being held by each fund. Everything else that you see on your page though, it's spot on. Your volume, spot on. Your spot markets, your charts, it's all accurate. It's just the assets under management, which, gonna be honest with you, it's not that big of a deal anyways. So we're good. Yeah, save that link, Papa Bear, and make sure you save XRPrightnow.com, the original domain. That's all your Ripple and XRP news. I'm telling you, I'm busting my ass. We're doing like 15 to 25 articles per day. You'll get everything that you need over there. Brian, brother, you rock. I appreciate that, man. It is, sir. I knew it. I knew that was my flag from the Netherlands. Welcome, my friend. When will the OTC desk and dark pools be empty? Grok thinks March by current demand. Yo, Shane, we're going to talk about that. I wrote an article on that today. We're going to talk about that. Give me about like 5 minutes. We'll jump into that. How does that sound? XRP will pay for my weed next year. Yo, yeah, you love it. Mr. AB22 Wrinkle, what's up, man? I see you just bookmarked. Oh, I saw that. Thank you, Papa Bear. Save that. All right, Sen says, I don't understand how XRP will rip if Ripple releases another 300 million on the 1st of January, strictly based off of the ETF inflows. Great question. So let's talk about this real quick. So you probably remember the little Ripple versus SEC lawsuit that went on. Most people only remember about that lawsuit that XRP is not a security, which is, you know, the best thing that to come out of it, obviously, because XRP is not a security can trade in the US. What people tend to forget is that the judge ruled that Ripple can no longer sell XRP in an investment contract. What that means is that the XRP that they have, they can no longer dump it on markets. They can no longer sell it to institutions. They can no longer sell it to market makers unless that XRP gets registered in that investment contract. Now, we just heard, this is very important, stay with me. New subscriber, yo, New Rise, welcome. We just heard from David Schwartz that the XRP in escrow, it can be pre-allocated. So we see XRP coming out of escrow every month. We always thought, and our brains trained us to think that that XRP always got dumped on the market. It can no longer. So what we are seeing now, if I had to take my guess at this, is that the XRP that is coming out of escrow has been pre-allocated to institution A, B, and C, and that it is not going to a market maker for programmatic sales, because they can no longer do that unless it is in an investment contract per Judge Torres's ruling. Go look it up. I actually made a comment in Reddit earlier today talking about this because someone asked the exact same question. So how does it work now? These ETFs and all this XRP, it's simple. We don't know the exact number what sits on the over-the-counter books. We can take guesses at it. I've said I thought of between 3 and 5. I know Grok is reporting between like 1 to 2 billion. We don't really know, okay? It's impossible to tell what is available. And everyone wants to say, but there's 60 billion token. There's not 60 billion XRP that are liquid and circulating. We are talking about what is actually out there circulating that could be purchased. There is a major difference between all this. 100 billion XRP, check. Accurate information. 60 billion XRP that is out there currently, check. Accurate information. But there is not 60 billion XRP that is for sale in the market. I can tell you right now, my XRP out of that 60 billion, it's not for sale. So that's already taken out. I'm sure a lot of you in this chat, your XRP is not for sale. You have to start removing that. Plus, you need to start removing what these ETF issuers have locked up, because those aren't for sale either unless something gets sold, right? So what do we see happening? We see these ETFs buying up XRP, which is then forcing your issuer, your Bitwise, Canary, Grayscale, Frankie T out there to go to the market maker and tap into their over-the-counter book, which leads us to, why doesn't the price go up if we have almost $1 billion in volume? Because when you buy over the counter, you do not affect the price of the asset. The price effect of this whole thing comes in when the over the counter is out and these ETF issuers, they have someone goes to Frankie T and they're like, yo, we want 1 million XRP. Frankie T says, well, we don't have that available in ETF. I'm going to have to go source this. Where are they going to source it? From an order book. That's the only other place to get it. Just like Bitcoin. If the miners cannot produce enough Bitcoin that is being purchased, they need to go out to the exchange and buy it. When you have millions of dollars hitting a public order book, the public APIs, it's going to send the price through the roof. We've never seen anything like it. On XRP, we've seen it happen with Bitcoin during the ETFs because they had to go source it. They didn't have enough. And we saw the price of Bitcoin go in this parabolic run. The same is going to happen to XRP. Now, when does it happen? It's tough to say, right? If you look, our spot volume today was a pretty low day, 34 million. I'm saying that's low. That's kind of crazy, right? We average about $43 million per day, a little bit under average. That's cool. If we just take the regular average of 43 million per day, and we say there's about 3 to 5 billion out there on the over-the-counter books, and we only have 4 ETFs running, it puts us somewhere at the end of Q1, beginning of Q2. That's if we still get 43 a day. Obviously, we're going to get more ETF issuers. Demand is going to pick up, especially you saw Vanguard just stepped in, and they're going to start promoting these ETFs. So there's a lot of different catalysts, but we'll take worst case scenario, right? Because that's what you should always look at. Let's look at the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, we stay around 43 million per day. We only have 4 ETF issuers out there, the current 4 that we have. And our supply, it's gone. End of Q1, beginning of Q2 next year. That's your worst case. Best case scenario, BlackRock jumps in, Fidelity jumps in, Van Eck jumps in. They start launching. Your spot volume goes to 100 million a day. It's going to last 2 months at that point. Maybe 3 months max. You're looking at like March. The over-the-counter is going to be dried up. But we don't know when those are going to come true. So we have a range. We have a range on this thing. And I'll tell you something right now. I don't care what Bitcoin does. I don't. Look, Bitcoin can crash from here. Bitcoin can run up. In the short term, is it going to hurt XRP? It will. But in the long term, it doesn't matter. This is XRP's decoupling moment. We've spoken about this. The only way for your asset to decouple from Bitcoin is by having a spot ETF. Why is that? Simple. Because you have US dollar that is entering your asset directly. That is how you escape the XRP to BTC pairing. You go XRP to USD. And when we have millions beyond millions, 40, $50 million a day coming in, it's going to snap that pairing. And I've said this before, everyone who's ever booked a call with me, and I've stated this in the call. I don't know, my boy Tommy's here. I've spoken to him about this. When we look at this, at the end of the day, these markets and these assets are all going to run by themselves. There is no more going to be, we're going to follow Bitcoin's every lead. That's coming to an end. You would never have a crypto market if everything just followed Bitcoin. This wouldn't be a real market. Everyone would just invest in Bitcoin at that point. All of these assets are going to run by themselves. All of them. Every single one that has an ETF. Which gets us over, and then I'm going to get in the chat. I see all your comments. 790 coming in on YouTube. I think that's our highest number yet on YouTube. I appreciate all the love. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me, everyone. Which gets us into the situation of, is the 4-year cycle over? It's coming to an end. Your 4-year cycle is coming to an end. It's that simple. It really is. It is that simple. Papa Bear, how high do you think Ando's going to go? Ando, I like Ando. I think 4 to 5 is very, very conservative. I think we have an extreme push into a double-digit low, like $10. Super, super high prediction for Ando, but real-world assets and tokenization, it's a real thing. BlackRock's already in that game. We're going to see everyone moving to RWAs, and Ando is leading the forefront. I like Ando. I've stated before, and I will state this publicly on the show. If I was just getting into crypto, I would be buying Ando every single week until 2030. I think it's a 25 to 50x gem. I really do. And I put my money where my mouth is. It's my second largest holding. I ape the shit out of Ando. And that's just me being dead honest. It's wild. Big XRP crash coming? Nah, no. No big crashes. Retraces? Sure, we can get a retrace. We have a lot of support on XRP. No, my phone always goes wild here. We have a lot of support on XRP sitting $1.90, $1.70, and $1.50. $1.50, there is a ton of money lined up along with those other targets. So a big crash, not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Especially with all the ETF money. There's no shot. There's no shot. Lucid, yo, Rip, you think every North has anything? You think every node has anything to do with ever North? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I firmly believe we're going to eat Bitcoin's lunch. We're going to destroy Bitcoin. Irish, if it was nuclear, it would be moving, my friend. Irish, you got to understand what is going on behind the scenes. It happens first behind the scenes on the over-the-counter books, and then it comes to the public order books. That's how this works. That's how it worked for Bitcoin. That's how it worked for Ethereum. It's how it's working for Solana currently, and that's how it's going to work for XRP. They buy without moving the price. Let me ask you this question. If you were about to buy $1 million worth of XRP and you went to a public order book, do you understand if you bought it at $2 today, when you were done buying your $1 million, you would probably be out around 50 to 100 bucks. Why would they want to do that? They buy it all in bulk at a set rate and a set price. When that supply disappears, it's game over. It's good night. That's what happens. Mr. David, what's going on, man? Not much, my friend. How you doing? Bull run in 2026, or can it be possibly before? You know, we can see a little pump up this month. I don't think anything crazy. It looks like 2026 is going to be the year. They just announced today, Paul Atkins, it might have been yesterday, that they are going to pass the Clarity Acts in the beginning of Q1. Your Clarity Act and your Genius Act are going to pretty much solidify your institutions coming into this market. We're waiting on those two bills. I mean, it's December. People go away. Christmas is coming up. We just had Thanksgiving holiday. I know they talked about having it done before Thanksgiving. Clearly that didn't happen. We just heard Brad Garlinghouse talk about it as well. It looks like early Q1. I do believe that's going to be your catalyst, is what we are looking at. Frankie Lemons, what's up, my friend? So V, that's what I'm looking at. A little pump maybe this month. I want to get all crazy. I will start positioning for the OTC and for the ETFs to suck up supply. Remember, we still have 3 more ETFs that should be launching this month as well. Captain Rick, my man, he says, if anyone thinks that XRP can't go to 100 or 200 by March, don't forget those kinds of moves were already made by Solana and Ethereum in the past. He's spot on right there. He is spot on. Bags are filled with XRP, little WLFI, love that. Ondo, Plum, Rose, and Bitcoin. I don't know much about Plum and Rose, but hey, I like the bags. I like the bags. Close, delay, everything. Yeah, we talked about that, right? The government being shut in November, really, it destroyed everything. Or was it October? It got shut in October. We reopened November. That delayed all these ETFs. If those ETFs weren't delayed, I mean, December would have shaped up to be a phenomenal month. It still could be. Early December, markets have been green, right? You can see the ticker across your screen. Bitcoin needs to get above 94K. Would be an amazing structure break on it. I mean, we're seeing a lot of green right now. It's crypto though, right? Things move like this. Things move like this. Velo moving anytime soon? No. Velo is going to be a last runner. Velo is going to be a last runner. Velo and your altcoins like that, those always go last. Remember, those always go last. Those are the ones you hold on to, and then you come back here, you complain to me, it hasn't moved, you get all angry with me, and then as soon as I shut the stream off, it just starts running out of nowhere. That's how those works. Remember that. Write that down. Just bought 5K of Ondo. Love that out of you, Crypto Prince. Love that out of you. Saint ain't here yet. Yo, it's true. Saint is not here yet. Not here yet. I can't speak. Oh. Papa Bear says, mental note, Rip says, stack Ondo. Yeah, we should pin that tweet. I just started commenting, wanted to talk on, touch base on. Where was it? What are we buying other than XRP today? I mean, the whole market looking like a buy to me. Solana, if I was buying today, Solana is a must. XRP, if I didn't have the bag of XRP I had, I would buy XRP. Quant's still super low value. Or ADA looks like an amazing buy at its levels as well. What else is out there that I can think off the top of my head? Avalanche is super undervalued. I think Polkadot's going to be a nice run from here. I like Polkadot really 30 to 50 bucks from here. I mean, these markets are going to perform very well. And okay, let's get back to the point. Let's talk ETFs again real quick. How do we identify? Let's talk about this. How do we identify assets that we believe are going to be winners? Right? I get this question a lot. If your asset is going to have an ETF, it's going to be a winner. Right? That's institutional money, a real asset. I'm not talking about memes. I mean, Dogecoin has had the worst ETF in history of crypto ETFs. So if your asset has an ETF behind it, it's going to be a winner. Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, Chainlink's first ETF just launched as well. We do know that Ondo is going to have an ETF, Avalanche is going to have an ETF, Polkadot, Trump's Coin is going to have an ETF, Crow is going to have an ETF. If the institutional money is opening up ETFs for your assets, you know there's demand. You know that there is demand. That is what you need to pay attention to. That is the playbook moving forward. If the institutions want it, you should want it. It's that simple. That is what I would be using going forward. If it's good enough for BlackRock, if it's good enough for Frankie T, if it's good enough for Canary, Bitwise, 21 Shares, Wisdom Tree, I want it. I want them to be my cheerleader, right? That's how you should be thinking. You want them to be your cheerleader. BlackRock getting into the XRP ETF game, there's no way they don't, Michael. There's absolutely no way that BlackRock does not get involved into an XRP ETF. Especially today, he admitted that he was wrong about crypto as a whole. They're going to get involved. I mean, that's the largest asset manager on earth. And we made a video the other day. You know, Van Eck, the second largest asset manager in the US, if you think about that, they're forcing BlackRock now. That's like saying that's like saying MoneyGram goes and uses crypto and they reduce how they send money by 90%. Western Union has to make the move or they're going to lose all their business to MoneyGram, because people will be like, why can MoneyGram do the same thing you're doing, but they're charging me $1 and you're charging me 50? So Van Eck getting into this, and just the fact that they are offering it, and now Bank of America offering it, that solidifies everything for us. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. Where can you get World Liberty Coin? I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure, because Trump owns part of crypto.com, you can get over there. Where Liberty Finance, Markets, Binance. You probably can't use Binance. Coinbase has it. You can get it off of Coinbase. Kraken has it as well. Binance US has it. So those are probably your choices right there. The easy ones, at least. The easy ones. I only buy crypto with a limited supply. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, well, let's define that though. What do you mean limited? Like when we say limited supply, are we talking about supply that's capped? Or are we talking about there's only like, 500 million of a token? That could mean a lot. That could mean a lot. But I agree with your comment. Crypto Prince, they will miss out on, and they're not going to make money. BlackRock will come to XRP. Yeah, they're not going to miss out on it. BlackRock's going to come to XRP. Look, think about the volume that these ETFs are doing, and we're still missing BlackRock. We're missing Fidelity, and we're missing Van Eck. We're missing 3 of the biggest players in the game, and we're still doing over 43 million every single day. That's wild to think about. Wild to think about. What about Flare Coin? I will not start looking at Flare until next year. Once those airdrops are done. And then I'm going to pay attention to Flare. That's what I'm going to be looking at. And then we look at Flare. Just ordered my XRP Millionaire t-shirt. Love that. Love that, my friend. Velo Labs hit $1 by 2027. Yeah. I mean, the charts on Velo right now are screaming this thing could get anywhere from 50 to $1 this cycle. You know what I mean? So we're good. Finite, not Solana. I got you. I got you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. BlackRock owns Grayscale, so they're already in quietly. Right. That's how they do it. Right? Mr. David, great comment. So they come in, as I break my keyboard, they come in through these alternative, or I would say subsidiaries almost, right? Or companies they got juice in, and they see how volume is, and then they know if they should push it out, right? Is Axler garbage or keep? I'm gonna be honest with you, Derek. I don't know much on Axler. It's not something I look into, so I couldn't give you an opinion. I wish I could. Everyone over in YouTube, do me a favor. Take 2 seconds out of your viewing experience and hit that thumbs up for me. Michael, when the supply runs out, what are my thoughts on the price ranges? I mean, if we want to talk long term, there's absolutely no reason XRP couldn't get to 3 digits, right? If we want to talk about long term, 3 digits, no problem. Short term targets, we got a couple of hurdles I like to talk about that we need to get by. And when those hurdles get broken, sky's the limit. First off is obviously the all-time high levels. Anytime you approach an all-time high, it's a pain in the butt. Once we get through that initial range, I like that 8 to 13 as our first stop, then I like 19 to 30. After that, it's just game on. But down the line, 3-digit XRP, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to happen. It just, when does it happen, right? How many more delays do we see out of this thing? Right? What other catalysts are going to kick in on this thing? There's a lot that can play into it here that can speed up or slow down. I mean, 8 years ago when I got in this thing, I didn't think we were going to slow down this much, and it was still going to be, you know, under its all-time high 8 years later. But here we are. Here we are. But it is what it is, right? Because it just gives you more time to buy, more time to accumulate, which I'm cool with. You know, I did it for 8 years. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Jeff says HBAR has an ETF orphan on Vanguard. Yes, they do. HBAR is going to be massive. People are sleeping on it. I'm telling you, if it has an ETF, it's game on. It's a freaking game changer. Jesse says 380, then 440, then 5. A lot of sellers. Yeah, that's going to be all the way up to $6. There's going to be a shit ton of selling pressure. Anywhere from that all-time high, I mean, we can call it 380. I'm down for that. Anywhere from 380 to $6, there's going to be a lot of profit being taken. A lot of profit being taken. But once that range is broken, 8 to 13 is your next pit stop. Once 13 is broken, 19 to 30 is your next hurdle. After that, it's game on. And I think it's going to move fast. Once we get above those levels, it's really going to start to fly. Because remember, when an asset's 50 cents and you get a 20% move, it's not that much. But when an asset's $10 and you get a 20% move, we start talking about dollar jumps, right? So things start to move a lot faster, a lot faster. And that's what we need to pay attention to on it. Let's hit some more of these chats. Husky Tom, love Flare. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing against Flare. I like Flare. I just don't like airdrops because airdrops equal free money is what it is. Airdrops equal free money. When people get free money, they dump it. When people dump a token, what happens? It takes the price a long time to rebound. So that's what we're looking at on. NG says, I have a few things I'd love to discuss with you. Can you please drop that link to book a call with you? Thank you so much. Yes, 100%. Remember, the calls are booked out for some days. Make sure if you are booking a one-on-one with me, I'm dropping it into the chat. Schedule it in advance and make sure that we got availability. And those will come to an end, those calls. Those calls will come to an end. We'll pin that to the top. Freedom for all. I'm going to wait 400 XRP before I take a major portion out. First of all, Freedom Hall, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I do appreciate that. That means the world. Thank you. Everyone show him some love on that super chat. Yeah, you know, everyone has their own goals, when they're going to exit, what they're going to do. It's all up to you, right? My exit point is going to be a lot different than everyone else's exit points. I have my strategy written down. I talk about strategies on the call as well and how to get set up for it. But you do what's right for you when the time is right. And that's it. Obviously, the longer you can hold, the higher the price is going to go. It's that simple. XRP is not going anywhere within the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decades. It is going to be around for a very long time. Derek, any love for Ando? Derek, my number 2 holding, my friend. The most love. I told everyone, I don't know if you heard in the beginning of the show, I told everyone that if I just got into crypto or if I was just getting into crypto today, I would be buying Ondo for the next 4 or 5 years, all the way to 2030. I would be buying Ondo every single week. It's a sleeping giant. Aloha from Hawaii. Yo, what's up, Duchess of Elements? Welcome from Hawaii. Lisa Mayfield says, hold on. What are we holding? I want to hold. Man, I'm working for institutions and Canada banks. I got great info. Joe Wolf, I love that. You better drop that info. You better drop that info. Let's go, Rip Crypto Kingpin Daddy. Yo, Texas, what's up? What part of Texas you in? Interested to hear that. I've only been to Texas once. I want to buy a house out in Texas, but the girlfriend won't move there. Let's get over to this. So look, here's this article I wrote today. Have you heard of, no, Hong Kong John, no, whatever this guy's name is, Rick Smoltz. Let's time his ass out. Dropping shit. My entry was 8 cents, no dips here from Curaco. An 8 cent XRP buy? Is that what you're telling me? 907 says, what happens if the US government only allows 20% of self-ownership for XRP if they have 40% in escrow and forced to go down to 20? God, it's moving so fast. What happens if the US government only allows 20% of self-ownership for XRP and if they have 40% in escrow and are forced to go down to 20%? 907, what do you mean? You're talking about if Ripple was forced to sell more of that XRP? I believe that's what you're referring to. Just drop it in the chat. Let me know. So we'll touch on that one. Freedom for all. I'm on the long-term train. Thank you so much for the super, my friend. I love that. Hey, look, I've been here 8 years. I'm all about the long-term train. I'm all about that long-term train. Jason King, hey, Rip, breaking records. Let's go. Yeah, this ETF is absolutely killing it. Killing it. Rip says, I think he's referring to the fact that Ripple's only allowed to hold 20% of all XRP. Possibly. But we've talked about that narrative, and David Schwartz touched on it, talking about the pre-allocation, that some of that XRP could already be pre-allocated. The most important thing about Ripple's escrow is that they are not allowed to sell it or dump it onto the markets or sell it to these institutions without an investment contract. That was a very important ruling out of the lawsuit. So everyone always wants to say, but Ripple's dumping. Then they're not, though. They're not. They can't. They legally cannot take that escrow and then go to an exchange or sell it to a GSR, one of the market makers out there. They can't do it. They need a contract on it, is what they need. Joe Wolf, bro, read this. Portney was drunk 2 weeks ago and bought 2 million live on Kraken Exchange. He's a sponsor of Kraken, and guess what? The price spiked to $91. Yo, Joe Wolf, first of all, thank you, my friend, for the super. I appreciate that, my friend. I do remember that. You are right. This is Portney's second time buying it. And it did. The crazy part is, I don't know anyone that actually was able to cash out, but we do know that it did indeed register that price, right? That's what's wild. And look, Joe, brilliant statement right here, because that brings us into the comment here talking about what happens when over-the-counter runs out, right? This, what Joe just said here about that spike on Kraken to $91, that is what happens. Look, and he did 2 million. 2 million. Okay? These ETFs are doing 45 million. So think about this, everyone. Think about what happened if $2 million caused the price spike to $91. What is 45 million going to do? What is it going to do to the price? That is why we talk about this supply shock. This is why I've always said I would not sell XRP until these ETFs are fully up and running. This comment by Joe, it just explains and it brings everything back to fruition. What do you think is going to happen when $45 million hits a public order book? It's very simple. The price is going to have to go up. And it's going to have to go up because there's not going to be enough XRP out there for that 45 million to source it all. So what are you going to do? You're going to get less XRP for your dollar. And how does that happen? By raising the price of XRP. It's that simple. I mean, look at this. 2024 November, XRP was 50 cents. You were getting 2 XRP for every dollar. Right now, your dollar doesn't even get you 1 XRP. Do you see what's going to happen here when a supply shock hits? And it's going to hit. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is going to hit. You know what I mean? Try for Mr. David. I get all info from all. Like something from all. Wink. Husky Tom, I know. I missed that comment. If this happens, it's going to be crazy, bro. Jakku. It's going to be wild, man. Look, it's going to happen. It's not if it happens. It is going to happen. It's just when, right? When is it going to happen? That's what we don't know. When is this going to play out? But it's going to play out. It 100% is going to play out. Joe, great freaking comment, man. Amazing comment. Once again, appreciate the support. Thank you for that super. Absolutely amazing. All right, let me scroll up. I missed a lot of great comments up here. Yo, Rick. I don't know, Smoltz, are you still here too? Yeah, Smoltz or Rick, can you time out that XU Kime with his pre-sale bullshit? Mick, green God candles to Uranus. Yeah, right to Uranus, my friend. We're going to the moon. That's what I meant. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for 3 to 4 digits. Crypto Prince. Love it. Love it. The longer you can hold, the better off you're going to be. You know, it's that simple. It's that freaking simple. It really is. Kev, where you at? I missed you. Kev Williams. Hi, Rip. Greetings from the UK. What's up, my friend? What's the latest with how the ETFs are going? So here's the terminal. You'll see it in a second. I know there's always a little bit of delay. ETFs are going absolutely great. Better than we could expected. Only 4 of them live right now. We're doing about $43 million per day. XRP is just getting vacuumed up. It's just getting vacuumed up. It's wild. It's wild. And we have 3 more we're waiting on. We're going to get 7. Your volume's going to increase. We're still missing the big boys, which is the scary part about this all. We're missing BlackRock. We're missing Vanguard. We're missing Fidelity, who at some point are going to get in the game. Bank of America is going to get in. They're another giant. This is everything that we could ever dream for. And price is going to follow. Right? If you remember 3 weeks ago, everyone, we had the spreadsheet, the chart pulled up, breaking down the volume. We told you it takes 5 of these ETFs to go live. Well, the volume from 4 of them exceeded our chart. And you remember those price tags. It exceeded that. And I'll make a post on it tomorrow on the news website, xrprightnow.com. Don't forget it. And I'll post that chart up so you can save it, so you can always reference it. Once we get 5, give it 30 days, and this thing's going to slap. It's going to slap freaking hard. Yo, TJ Talks, thank you so much for the super chat as well, TJ. I appreciate that. Everyone show TJ some love. Thank you, my friend. It means a lot. Oh, we just lost the chat. Oh, chat's back. 21 shares will be big. All the hedge funds are tied to them in the USA. It's a Europe market, but their hedge funds waiting for 21 shares. Yeah, 21 shares is another sleeping giant when it comes to ETFs. Look, Grayscale was okay. Like, Grayscale's doing 2 million in volume, but that's just bonus money, right? Your big one is Franklin and Bitwise. Canary's even good. If I had to take a guess, it's probably going to be around 10 million a day for 21 shares. And they're coming to life very soon. I would say before December 15th, 21 shares will be up. They're just waiting for final approval. They keep hinting about it and putting out little teasers on Twitter, which is absolutely amazing. I'm actually trying to line up an interview with them on the channel. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. I have a feeling they'll do it. But 21 shares, people don't know the name, but as you said, they are massive over in Europe. Massive over there. And they got a lot of connections over here in the US. So I'm ready for that. 21 shares. We got Wisdom Tree as well. And look, we saw CoinShares pull out. Why would CoinShares pull out? I covered this on a YouTube video. It's pretty obvious to me that CoinShares pulled out because they're a very small issuer, right? They probably would have done like Grayscale volume, if not lower than Grayscale. Maybe you got lucky if you got 1 million a day, but they know the big boys are coming. They're not going to waste their time on it. It's no money for them, right? So they're like, all right, we're good. We'll find something else to launch. Is what they're going to be doing here. Portney buys high. Yo, Portney does buy high and sell low. That's funny. That's very true. That's very true. Lisa says, come on, XRP, ready to go off. I'm ready for it. We're all ready for it, Lisa. It's going to happen. It's a waiting game. It makes us wait. I've waited 8 long years. I'm telling you, when I started this channel, a full set of hair. A full set of hair. And XRP took it all out. Joe Wolf says, Grayscale already added all their seeding prior to launch and no AP taken out of over-the-counter yet. And they also have the highest fees. Yeah, another great comment, Joe. Spot on. Spot on. And I like Grayscale. I mean, don't get me wrong. And look, if we get 2 million a day from Grayscale, it's bonus money. Think about it. Grayscale is like your Dave Portney, right? Grayscale and Portney alone, they'll drive the price of XRP to the freaking roof. That's it. Crypto Prince, have you heard about all the crypto robbers going after people with crypto? Don't tell people what you have. Yeah, look, the crypto robbers are real. They scam people every single day. But you know what? That's why I talk about iTrustCapital on the show. If anyone is like afraid of losing their crypto, they don't know if they're holding it right, they're worried about clicking a link, iTrustCapital has a custody wallet, right? Coinbase and Fidelity hold it. So iTrustCapital doesn't hold it. And you can't get hacked because your crypto can only exit into your bank account. It can only get cashed out. It can't be moved between wallets. You buy XRP, it holds it on the custodian wallet, and it can only get cashed out into your bank account. So if you're looking to hold 4, 5, 6 years, even 3 years, iTrustCapital, look into it. You don't have to worry about, a ledger, a Xamin. Did I click a wrong link? Who's emailing me? Who's texting me? Can I connect my wallet to this? iTrustCapital, you have no fears with that. And you won't have a link to situation because iTrust doesn't hold it. They just offer you the front end to get access to it. And there's no monthly fees. No monthly fees with iTrust, folks. That's why I agreed. I work with them. And I don't work with many people. And I've talked to them on the phone. They're from California. Super nice people. Super cool people. I would recommend if you are nervous about it and you want to sleep great at night because you don't trust yourself for some reason, look into iTrust and use my link if you want. I'll appreciate that. Why not? Anyone going to XRP Vegas? First of all, Husky Tom, thank you, my friend, for the super chat. I appreciate that. Husky Thomas says, anyone going to XRP Vegas? As always, love your content, Rip. I appreciate that, man. That comments like that keep me grinding every single day and getting out of bed at 6 a.m. every morning to make these videos and to get on this live stream. It's you guys and girls. You guys keep me moving and keep me grinding. I love it. Thank you. I won't be at XRP Las Vegas. I'm sure a lot of people in here are going to be at XRP Las Vegas. Everyone, if you click on Husky Tom's little chat, you can type in there. You can all get a little group going. See who's going to be up at XRP Las Vegas. Papa Bear says, but why do you need them if you're holding it yourself? Well, Papa Bear, so the reason you would use them is if you didn't trust yourself, right? Or you were nervous about being hacked or clicking a wrong link or, putting your seed phrase into a recovery website. That's how a lot of people got hacked, or your computer getting a virus. We just started happening with Jungle Link, right? He got a virus. He went to recover his ledger. He put his words into his computer and they compromised and stole all of his crypto. That is the reason you would use iTrust. So you don't have none of those worries in the world. And it's being held by Coinbase institution, by Fidelity. We're known that they're not going away. And you don't have to worry about, because if you did click the wrong link and someone logged into your iTrust, the only thing they can do is hit cash out and it goes into your bank account. They can't move it anywhere. That's the benefit of it. How is iTrust? So iTrust gives you free custody and then they get a 1% fee when you cash out. And 1% is super, super low. Super low. I think Coinbase is like 3% or 5%. Coinbase is high. These other providers, I won't talk about their names. They're high as well, but iTrust, it's free custody and it's a 1%. And 1% you're not going to find freaking anywhere. You're not going to get a 1% fee anywhere. Show Rip some love. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Just tangent and forget it. Facts, right? Or as well. I have a ledger. My ledger sits. I don't look at it. I don't go to it. I don't go to the software. You know what I mean? It works as well, but it's for the people who are nervous about it. 1,000 minimum to start open account for trust. Yeah, you need 1,000 minimum to get an iTrust account going. That's right. That is right. And let's get this Tyra person out of here. And bam! See you in 24 hours, my friend. You gotta love these people coming over and promoting these tokens. Greg says, what will prevent market manipulation from keeping the price down? Well, clean up Binance. Binance getting their act straight will clean these markets up. And that gets a lot deeper into the conversation here, right? Trump gave CZ a free pass. I think Trump understands what Binance is doing in the markets, right? He knows Binance is manipulating it. Binance was responsible for October 10th. So if we want to put a little tinfoil hat on here, I think Trump gave Binance the free pass and was like, look, man, we're getting involved in crypto. We need this to run straight. We're not going to have you guys manipulating these markets. It's your time to step aside. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. I think that's exactly what we are seeing going on here. Why else would Trump give CZ a free pass? Think about that for a second, right? Why else would he give him a free pass? I mean, that's straight up tinfoil hat. That's where my brain instantly went, because CZ controls and manipulates all of these markets overseas, which in turn affect the US markets as well, right? Because if Bitcoin on, Binance goes down, the rest of the exchanges, the prices are going to get affected as well. If they didn't, you would have arbitrage opportunities across the board. I mean, it gets pretty freaking crazy here. Papa Bear, now do you have to move your coins off Coinbase to iTrust? You do, because Coinbase does not give you their institutional custody. You need to go through iTrust to get that institutional custody. I think with Coinbase, you need to probably be like one of their top, I don't know what they call it over there. If I use Gemini as an example, Gemini, I would be able to use if I was going through their program with Gemini. They have a custodian grade or custody that I would be able to use. So Coinbase does not offer that to you. It's in a completely separate wallet. So yeah, you need to use your iTrust. And Husky Tom says, Papa Bear, yeah, you can. Yeah, that was the question. I may have missed it. Yeah, you can move it. Torchy, come on, Rip. When are you going to let Lux hold us what's happening with your project? Torchy, we still got, everything's up and running, right? We got the game. The game's up. Mint Insight's up. We just got to get usage on the game. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Nothing's changed on it. The game is still there. Everything's implemented. Tokens on it as well. I mean, we don't got usage. Problem is we need to get people over there playing it. And people don't want to play it for some reason. What? That's another story with them. So I don't know, my friend. That's what we got to work on. That's what we got to do. Derek says, do you think keeping your coins in Ledger, or is it better to keep it in a cold wallet? Well, a Ledger is a cold wallet. So you're good if it's on Ledger. Just remember, and it doesn't matter what wallet you use, right? You have to just remember it's about those keys. Your wallet keys should never, ever, ever be entered anywhere. Anywhere. Because that's when you get hacked. If you see something that's like, hey, put in your 24 words, your seed phrases, that's when you get hacked. Those seed phrases never should have to be put in. Never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Unless, obviously, you need to restore a wallet onto a computer, or you're getting a new wallet and you're trying to move it over to a new PC. That's a different story. But that's why people get hacked from it. That's what we're looking at. Lisa, you heard XRP is unstable. Tell me, expand on that one. Let's talk to me. The keys are what? Yeah, Derek, that's the problem. It's the keys. The keys is, that's it, man. Because all these wallets you really think about, they're just interfaces to get to the blockchain, to see what you have, and to give you the pretty little chart to show you how much money you made. That's all it is. It's an interface, but it's those keys. Someone gets those keys, it's night. That's it. Oh, it's about to explode. All right, Lisa, you got me nervous there with that comment. Jeez. Just a heads up, ETF tracker not working on my phone. Is it still down? Is it you on the new link, Rick? Yeah, no, Rick, you're probably using the old link. I changed the link. I moved it to its own subdomain. Go to etf.xrprightnow.com. I got to update the links on the website, but I didn't publish it yet. That's why the website links aren't working. Or they shouldn't be working. I need to publish it. I moved it off of the main site to its own subdomain because the volume of people that hit the ETF website last time, it took my whole site down. I had to move off of where I was hosting it. I had to get my own server. I had to run it on the server. So it's a new link. New link is what you need. New link, I'll drop it for you. Hold on. I need to get the right mouse here. There's the new link. I just put it into the chat. It's etf.xrprightnow.com. As I said, I just got one more tweak. I want to remove the assets under management, and I'm going to put in the actual holdings of how much each of those issuers, how much they hold of XRP onto that site. But everything else is working. Your volume, 24-hour, 5-day, it's all accurate. It's good to go. And then hopefully by the weekend, I'll have the news website with the correct link on it. But that is your direct link if you wanted to get to it now, and we'll be good to go. Papa Bear, with Tangem, you don't ever know your key phases on a card. If those cards are gone, so is your crypto. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. That's another thing, you know. That's why, I talk about iTrust for people that want to sleep nicely at night because of that what they offer and the institutional grade custody. I got you, Rick. You know, someone at BlackRock is using your ETF site on a giant screen in a boardroom. You imagine? That's probably why they took it down. They hosed that site. I think it was up for like right after the stream, they crashed the whole site. Legit took the whole thing down. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. It was insane. But you know what? I will take the traffic. We love the traffic. What's the link? Let me pin it. Let me pin it. All right, it's pinned. It's pinned to the top of the chat. iTrust. I got you in the iTrust link. iTrustCapital. Boom, 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 boom. Jogram just dropped it in the chat. There's your iTrustCapital. I said, that's my link. If you want to use it, it helps support me with them. You get $100 for using my account, and I keep working with them. And if you want to get it set up, if you want to set up your tax account with them as well, you can open a tax account. You don't pay taxes on it on your Roth account in crypto when it is time to cash out. Another benefit that they run. Jonathan Morrison, what's up, my friend? I haven't recognized your name. Welcome. What are your thoughts on Decent and Tangem cold wallets? Nothing bad to say about them at all. All those wallets are absolutely great, whether you're using a Decent, a Tangem, a Ledger, even just a Xamin wallet. All of the wallets do exactly the same thing. It's the only time people run into issues is with their keys getting compromised. It doesn't matter what wallet you're using, it's about those keys. When those keys get compromised, it's game over, it's night-night. They drain you, they take everything. So I don't have an issue with any of them. I love them all. I'm a Ledger guy myself. I have 3-4 Ledgers. I've had my oldest Ledgers from 2017. Never had an issue with it, never had a hiccup with it. It's all just about the safeguarding of your crypto. That's what it comes down to. Papa Bear, anyone ever see those people that jump into a chat and they're saying their seed phrases? I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Paul says, I just keep adding in H bar, and XRP and XLM. Love XRP. I still buy XLM every single week. What's HMART? HBAR. Okay, that's what I thought. HBAR. Love that. Love that. Switch says, that's a nice site. Just checked it out. Thank you, Switch. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. A lot of hard work went into that. I think I stayed up 2 days till like midnight coding this thing out. It's beautiful. And we jacked up the server specs. This thing freaking flies. I just had a crash on my news website. I had to fix one thing. A little bit of a slow load time. I think it's like 3 seconds. I'm going to get it back down to 1.2. We're good. We're good. Decent with biometrics. Yeah. Decent works. Simple. Lotus says it's simple. Don't create any digital footprint of your keys. That's it. And you know what's crazy is that I've seen people store their keys on like their cell phone, their Google Cloud, their iCloud, write them down on their computer on a notepad, email them to themselves like my friend did, and it got hacked. Like, what are you doing? Pen and paper. Write your keys down on pen and paper. Laminate it, put it in a binder, give a copy to your parents, put a copy in your house just in case there's a natural disaster somewhere, and set it and forget it, folks. It is that easy. There is no need to overcomplicate this. None. There is no need to overcomplicate it. BD Toll, gonna make it my main info site. Love that. Love that. Look, that XRP right now news site, we're doing 15 to 25 articles per day. You get all of your news all on one site. It is updated every single freaking hour with just info, non-stop. You don't need to go to 800 places to get your Ripple and XRP news. You got one site, and you got your ETF volume. Bada beam, bada boom. That's what we do around here. Joe Wolf, as per Wisdom Tree filing, the fixed supply of XRP may also not scale well with rapidly expanding use cases. That's right. As more business, financial institutions, and payment providers adopt XRP for cross-border transactions and other use cases. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we're only talking about right now ETFs as a use case. What happens when utility kicks in? Right? What happens then? What happens when retirement accounts and pension funds start buying this thing every single week? There's not enough of it. You're going to get a supply shock. We just don't know when. That's it. We don't know when. Paul says, I've had deep dish pizza, Chicago style, Detroit. Oh, a little deep dish pizza. I need to get myself some pizza. I like pizza. Lisa, great for gratitude, great advice, Rip. Thank you. Oh, New Haven has good pizza too. Derek says, what do you think will best thing that will happen? What do you think that the best thing that will happen for XRP when the Clarity Act goes live? I think when we get the Clarity Act and the Genius Act, you're going to get, before they are announced, because remember, the institutions, they front run the markets. They know what's going to happen before it happens. So I think what you are going to see is you're going to get a nice price spike from it. And then you're going to get more ETFs out of it. And it's just, I think 2026 is going to be absolutely wild. Could there be one more flush down, retest $2, $1.90? Of course, but who cares? That's short term. Let's focus on 2026 and what 2026 is going to bring to us. And these ETFs, I mean, these ETFs are insane. They're insane. Lisa says, looking forward to next week live with you. Exciting times ahead. I can't wait. Like, you can just feel the energy is back in the markets. We got over 2,000 people tuning in on this live stream. You'll love to see it. Thank you all very much for all of the support. It means the world. Where's my mouse? Here it is. It means the world to me. Andy says, once the Clarity Act passes, which cryptos will benefit the most? The USA coins. Yep. The ones that have ETFs behind them are going to benefit the most. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, HBAR, Chainlink now. They just went live yesterday. Obviously, XRP, XLM got ETFs in the pipeline. Avalanche, Polkadot, they're all going to benefit. All of them. That's what I'm telling you. If your coin or your asset that you are looking into has an ETF or an ETF is in the pipeline, it is going to perform very, very well. Very well. Smoltzy, what's shooting water? I don't know. What I miss? What I miss? Speaking of next week, I might not be here. I'll be recovering from surgery on Tuesday. What surgery you got, man? Hopefully all goes well. Higher high, higher lows. That's it. That's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. Joe Wolf warned you, leading to supply shortages and further price volatility. In the case of massive adoption, the scarcity of XRP could raise its value too much. It's gonna be absolutely wild. That's what I thought, Smoke. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. Joe, what did you, an RRSPQI3? I got to miss something here. I must have missed something. Damn, over 2,000 people tuning in. We've been live. How long have we been live? I can't even know. Over an hour. I think we're going to cut it right there. It's been an amazing live stream. Pay attention to the ETFs. Pay attention to 21 shares. They're your next big catalyst that is coming to the market. Remember, the top of this chat, that is pinned, etf.xrprightnow.com. Y'all got the link first. It is not live on the news website yet. I'm making a couple of changes, but obviously you can still go to it if you want to go to it. Exciting times, everyone. Exciting times is what we're looking at. You know, don't worry about the price, what's going to happen in the next day or two. Let these ETFs start cooking. When the ETFs start cooking and you get this supply shock, price is going to reprice. It is that simple. It really is. All it comes down to is a waiting game. God, I can't wait with that. Keep telling I'm playing an imaginary world. Just don't. Derek, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Oh, Rusty, I didn't hit on your JPY. Rusty, I'm going to do this for you because I didn't hit on it. I forgot. That's what happens here. I just get distracted. I'm going to write up a complete article tomorrow on JPY, on what's going on over in Japan. I just put out an article on the treasury company that I just announced. I'm going to make a full post on it text tomorrow. It'll be on the news website. I should have it out by 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll talk about the catalyst, what we're looking at. We'll talk about how it relates into XRP and world events. I'll break it all down in that article for you. Hopefully that's a bet. The effects on the timeline, I'll cover that. I got you. I'll put that all in the article for you. I got you. But let's wrap it there. Rick, good luck on your surgery. Everyone who super chat tonight, I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for all of the support. Thank you for coming. Remember, every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got the live show. Hit that thumbs up on your way out, and we'll see all y'all in the next one.